Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67, and today we're going to do part 2, finish off my design team project for Witchcraft Do You Do for January. And in the first part, I'm doing this month a flip-flop journal. So in the first part of my design team project, I showed you how I put together my flip-flop journal and we decorated the front cover. So I've just done a big collage, made it quite 3D with some sticks and some metal safety pins, lots and lots of layers, corrugated cardboard, and I've used an image from the Vintage People set 1. I have used 4 individual kits to create, or am using 4 individual kits to create this project. So we're using the Vintage Papers, set number 4, the Vintage Ads, Vintage People, and Vintage Bits and Pieces, set 2. So I will link those all down below with a direct link to the shop where they are all available. So we'll just go through it. I've put my signatures in place now. I've sewn them all in place with the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I've reversed my strings so that I have my strings coming out of the signatures rather than being in the center, because I'm thinking I might thread some buttons onto those as button strings. And I had my coffee stained paper ready to go, and I just didn't want to sew them in place on camera because it's sort of one of those jobs. But so they're all sewn into place now. I also want to do within the signatures some of these really large journal cards or signature dividers. So I've done one of those, and I've just layered up just lots of elements from all the different kits. And I've put that all down onto some corrugated cardboard, and just sewn around with really messy machine stitching. So I've got one of those for each signature. So cover opens, we've got our first signature, then we go on to our second signature, which is, I've got my piece of cardboard ready to go, and then it flips open again to our third signature. And they're all the same, just all assorted pieces of coffee stained paper all the way over and then back to the beginning. So when I was cutting sizes for my cover, I had quite a bit of sort of leftover pieces of cards of the printable. Again, this is the Vintage Papers set 4. So what I did, I took all those pieces and I have stuck them all together and made some pockets. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets in this style, and then I have 2 long side tuck pockets. Just again, I've just done some really messy machine stitching around them, and where my joins are for the 2 different printables, I've just sewn a zigzag stitch. I've also cut them to size, and I've just left myself these little little flappy bits so that I can glue those down, and then I've got some room within the pocket. It's just like a little gusset. So we might go ahead and we'll put the pockets in different places. Now, I'm not actually going to put anything within my signatures. All the pockets that I've created are going to go on these covers, and I'm leaving the signatures blank, and then that way you can choose to decorate the signatures yourself, or you could just use it as a writing journal and have all your ephemera pieces stuck in your pockets. So that's the sort of idea I'm thinking. Now, to do that, all I've done is I've taken my strip of cardstock or pattern or digital print, and I've sort of just measured it in between the stitching lines on the cover, and then I've added, so I would have sort of done, where's a pencil? So I sort of would have measured it like that, and just I've put a mark kind of thing where the stitching is, like that. And then I've just added about another 1/2 inch before I've cut it off. And then that way I've got, that's my area between there and there is my area of my pocket. And then I've got, it might be better to show you this way. So between there and there would be the area of my pocket. And then I've got the other 1/4 to 1/2 inch, depending upon what you like, for my flap. So I've actually cut it there, but then between this mark and the end I've scored to create these little gusseted flappy type things. So that's how I've created my pockets. No nothing hard there, just a very simple pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pop all these pockets in to these areas on my covers. I'm just going to use some art glitter glue to do that. I would suggest that you use something a little stronger in this instance, because they will house ephemera, and then that way it's nice and sturdy. Oh, and how is everyone today? I don't even know what today is. What is today? I think it's Thursday. I cannot keep track of these days. All right, so you just want to kind of fold those little flaps behind, and then this one here is just a little harder because I've got all that bulk in the cover. But yeah, what I might actually do, I might grab some clips and just clip that on while it's drying. And that one as well. Just to give it that chance to dry. So that would be our first pocket. And I've just, again, from some of the pieces left over, I've just cut some tag shapes. So we could put a tag in there like that. And then we will go to this cover here. And I've got, what have I got? 1, 2, 3. So we might put one of these long ones here. I just want to, all these papers are from that same kit. So I just want to just kind of mix up the colours a bit. So that one will become a side tuck there. That's a tiny flap on these sides. And I'll pop that one down. Just kind of trying to keep it level or equal within that cover space. And that will again become like a side tuck pocket like that. All right, now those might be tacked on better now. Okay, so that's 2 pockets. Then we're going to flip over to this side here. Like I said, I've got a lot of bulk on that cover, so that does make it a little bit, it won't sit real flat at the moment. We'll put another little shorter pocket here, like that. Please excuse my cough. My asthma is playing up again with the humidity. So it just makes me a little bit out of breath sometimes. Okay, so we'll put this pocket down like that. And then we'll flip to this side. This is the back, so I might actually leave that one blank at the moment. We might just do some decorating on that. So open up onto this one, and I think I might put, that's too much of the same colour. What have we got? We've got this one left, so we'll put that one there. So here I've got like a double pocket, so I've got a taller one and then I've got my shorter one. So we might put the double pocket here. I'm just going to kind of level that up around about there. And then we put our shorter pocket down to there, so that will be a double pocket. So yeah, pockets can be anything you like them to be. They can be simple like this. You can do diagonal side tuck where it's sort of across. You can use decorated paper bags for pockets, anything you like. But I had a lot of these scraps left over, so I thought it was a great way to showcase this kit, same as the colours. All right, so we're back to the beginning now, so we'll just go through that again. So we've got our first pocket here with the tag, and then we've got our signature, our tuck spot there. Oh, we've got one more to add, don't we? And then we'll flip that over. We've got this pocket here, which is another good tag pocket. That is our back, which we will fiddle with in a little while. We've got our double pocket here, and we're going to put another side tuck pocket here. These flaps on these ones are a little bit smaller than I would usually make, but you improvise. All right. And again, just trying to get those flaps down. And again, we'll just level that up to where it looks good. All right, so that are all our pockets in place. Just like so. All right, so I'll just go through that again. So we've got small pocket there, signature, side tuck pocket there, flip it over, another smaller pocket there, our second signature here. Oh, there's a page here. All right, well, we'll need another pocket for there, but I'll cut that eventually. That's our back, so we'll just leave that for the moment. Then we've got another pocket there and another side tuck pocket there. All right, so we do need one more pocket, but, you know, we can fiddle with that later when I'm doing my ephemera. All right, so now I have got a heap of things cut here. I've got some of them I've sewn around, some of them I haven't. So these are all from the Vintage Ads kit, and I have cut them all out. So they come in an A4 size sheet, and you can use them as one page in a journal, or you can do what I've done and cut them all out. And then that way you've got ephemera pieces. There's just so many of them. So ephemera pieces, and or you can use them as decoration. So they're in large sizes, and then we go through, if you cut them all out, you've got a whole heap of medium sizes, which I have machine sewn around most of these, and then you have some smaller sizes as well. So lots and lots and lots of different styles of vintage ads. So that's a really good kit if you like to work with vintage. I've also got some numbers here from the Bits and Pieces kit, set number 2, I think it is. Yep, set number 2. So that come with some numbers. So I've got some of those cut. And then I'm also using the Vintage People. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out heaps and heaps of the Vintage People. So we'll use some of those as well. So I'm not sure whether we should go ahead and decorate one of these cards, which we might do that. So I'm just going to stick that one back inside this signature. And it just sort of just gives some interest, and it pokes a little bit out Yeah, but it's a great idea for a signature divider. So we'll go and grab this one out here first. Put my book away there. So I've just got a piece of corrugated cardboard. I did do a video on these a little while back. But yeah, they're such a fun idea to make. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just going to run my distress ink just to give it some colour. Give it that look, that really old look, that distressed look. You can go around, you can rip the edges. I will sew around the edges. And I have one strip left here of my of the papers that I use for the base, the vintage papers set number 4. So I'm going to use that there. I'm also going to use one of the big adverts. I sort of think that looks cool like that because it fills up the gap. So I'll use that. Got some numbers. I want a person on here. He looks so very distinguished. Well, she's lovely too. Or you could do both. What's this one here? I've got them everywhere. Is he better in the sepia tones than the blue? Kind of blends in a bit though, so I like the blue. Just to showcase all the different colours that are available in all these kits. I love this group of numbers, so I'm just going to kind of tuck that in behind him there. Like that. And then I've got some of these smaller adverts that I think will just sort of pop into place somewhere. Got quite a few of those, so I'll grab some of those out. It's just really just to make lots and lots of interest on one page. So I'm going to put those down there. Might put that one there. I've got some here with machine stitching on, which I like that to create some texture on my page. So I might do something like that. No, I like that one better. I just want something to run down here, so let me see what I can find. Oh, even that one's not bad. That could go in behind him like that. So yeah, I do cover up some of them, but you know, I think it's all adds to the interest of it all. And then I'm going to just take some more numbers and I'll add some numbers around here and there. All right, so I'll just grab my really good glue. I've got this Tiger's Grip, the Helmer's Tiger Grip. This is great stuff if you're doing lots of this sort of collage work. And I'm just going to use some ink and just ink around really quickly. Yeah, so not a lot to tell you guys. It's been a week of working really hard in my craft room, but I've gotten lots of unfinished projects finished, and I've got them listed up for sale in the Etsy store. So that is great. And then I was very bold the other day and I went ahead and I bought myself a brand new sewing machine. So I sew everything. It has become, you know, my sewing machine is as important to my projects as, say, a pencil or my bone folder or ruler or glue. And my sewing machine had been dropped about, I suppose 8 months ago, a year ago. We were playing hide and seek, I think it was, with Huddy, my grandson, and he crawled under my craft desk, and in the excitement of everything, and yeah, flipped the sewing machine off the desk and it fell on the floor. So it's been working, but it's just not working very well. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to treat myself. So yes, so hopefully that will come today. I am excited, but I'm not excited. I've bought exactly the same style of sewing machine just because it's really good for me. And it'll just be nice for it to be reliable again and sew well. So I am excited that it's coming. Okay, so that one went there, and then this big one I just want to overlap there a bit. Oops. And we're going to sort of sit that one there, like so. Now, which number? I love this set of numbers just to create, again, something a little interesting to the eye. And they're all, again, different colours. It's just in these kits that I'm working with, the ladies, when they've produced them so that everything can be a mix match. So you'll find that there's lots of the same colours throughout all these different kits, which work really well together. I'll put that one up there. Now, I love this great big one in behind there. You know, some of these adverts are just terrific, like Fry's Cocoa. Oh, Fry's Cocoa, milk chocolate. And this one is a lung tonic. And this one is Coleman starch. So, very, very true in depicting what the old ads used to look like. When some time ago, I was fortunate enough to receive what was the name of them? I think they were Australian Home Journal. My grandmother had quite a pile of them, and when she passed, I was fortunate enough to have them given to me, and that's the sort of ads that were in those magazines from way back in the 30s and the 40s and even the 50s. So yeah, I love them. I think they're so great. Very, very vintage. All right, so I'm just going to cut a couple of numbers from this sheet here. I'm going to take this one here, and I'm just going to kind of put that around about, I don't know, maybe there, maybe straight across him, maybe. And I'm going to also, this one here's got a date. Now, 1917, I guess that could work. I'm really not sure. I'm a little bit of a stickler like that. I don't like to put dates in if I don't think that that's the era. So maybe we'll just use this one instead. I love using dates. All of my scissors have gotten blunt. So we could maybe put that number there like that. Now, I don't have anything hanging off this one, but we might see if we can find a bit of fabric to put on there. So this one here, lots of glue there. So this one here we will put, I think I like it over the top of his legs like so. And then this big one we'll put up the top. About there. All right, so now I want some fabric. Excuse me, guys, I'm organised but not organised. I've got this bit here. Oh, I've got a bit of that, so we'll work something there. And I'm just going to staple that in place. So just excuse me while I grab my stapler. Okay, so I don't know which one I want, and I just kind of want it just off the side there like that. So I think I might go for this one because it just gives me a little bit more interest, this fabric ruffle. And I'm just going to sort of staple that on there like that, or it could be right in the middle. I like it right in the middle, I think, better. And I'm sort of offsetting that from the cardboard so that it will sort of stick out of the signature. and I'm just going to staple that in place. So there you go. That's as simple as they are. And we will pop that inside of our second signature. So just about in the middle, and we'll put that one away in there. So it just sticks out the side, adds a little bit of bulk to our signature and just gives us some interest. All right, so now we will just go ahead and I'll just decorate up a couple of pockets. So we've got our very first one here, and I'm just going to use these vintage ads, and I'm not even caring if they sit above a little bit. They're going to overlap a little bit, but see, just something like that to create some interest, and then we'll pop a number on there as well. All right, so again, I'm just going to glue them in place. These have been machine stitched, so I always like to just have a bit of a store of ephemera pieces like this all ready to go. I'll take that one out, so I'm just going to pop that one around about there. And we'll put this one straight down over the top of that. So this one is trusses, worse than useless. Sulphine lotion and sulfur hair restorer. And this one here is about knickerbocker suits. How cool are they? Boys and their clothing for all ages. Oh, I love that. All right, and we're going to stick a bit of a number down here somewhere just to bring a bit of colour in. And we'll just sort of put that about there. Now, I had inked up all around my adverts beforehand just to save a bit of that boring inking on camera. And we can just sort of put that one right about there. So that's all I do, just to create something that sort of gives you something to look at. Could put something down here yet, but I can come back to that. All right, so that's our first card, and now we've got our side tuck pocket, and I've got a couple of long ones here that can work great just over the top of that. That one's a little bit smaller, but we can also just add a few more bits and pieces to it if we wanted by just building up inside. There's a nice big number that could go there, like that. Furniture polish, no. And about something like that. So yes, I am in fact covering up some of it, but I don't mind about that because that's the sort of look I was sort of wanting, that just whole heap of layering up. There's a number there, but I think I'll cut another number. And sort of lay it down the side there like that. So just something like that, we will do that. Oh, these ones aren't even inked. I've been doing so much work in the last few days that my hands are just glue and ink. Everything is ink stained. So I'm just going to sort of put that one there. We'll run this one, well, that's a bit crooked. We'll run this one down the side like that, about like there. For no reason, for no rhyme or reason, just the way it fits, the way I like it. So, you know, if you're doing this yourself, you don't have to get fussy with it, just however you like it to be. And then I do like that big blue number down below. So we will stick this whole piece on the pocket. I'll put that one there. Now you could decorate prior to putting your pockets in. I just wanted to show you how they were all going to fit in the journal. But yeah, if you decorated prior to if you decorated the pockets prior to putting them in, then you could set eyelets in them or all sorts of bits and pieces. However you like, you could attach fabrics to the pockets, all sorts of things. But I kind of like that. So there's another big tag shape that I've cut, so that could fit in there, or another big journal card, whatever you liked. So that's that pocket. Now we'll come over to this pocket. And on this one, there's that. I love that one. It's Pale Ale, Strong Arm Brewery. And we could put a person on this one. We could do something like that. And just to fill in the gap behind, we could do something like that. Purifying pills. And then again, another number. And we could sort of put that number there like that. So I like that. I think we'll do that. So it's really simple, or it could be really elaborate. It depends exactly what you like, how you want to build up your layers. Inking ink, that one's already been inked and so on, so that's good. I've just got this little one here to do some inking on. Alright, and we'll go ahead again and we'll do some more gluing. I'll put that one over to that side. And then we'll put this one over to here, just to fill in that spot. And then we'll put our gentleman right in the middle like that. Now I only need to glue up to his shoulders because the rest is hanging above the pocket. So we'll just do that. Put him on about there. And then we'll put that number over the top. I love this. I love the way it all comes together so easily like that. And then we've got our signature again with our next big journal card. That's the back of our book. And then we're back to the beginning. So we've got one more pocket to create. So we've got that one finished. We've got our signature with our large journal card. We've got that one there, the side tuck pocket with this tag, which I'll probably switch out that tag because it's a little bit too close to the background, but it's in there for now. We've done this pocket here. We've got our second signature with our next big journal card in there. I love that one. I love the way that's turned out. I've still got a machine stitch around that. We've got this one here that I have to create a pocket for. I forgot about that one. The background page, which again I'm thinking we will just sort of cover up with some big adverts. Just yeah, for no particular reason, just popping. And I love her, so she could go in the background like that. What else have we got here? Put something like that. I've got some numbers. I thought I had some smaller ones. Where are my smaller ones gone? I'll put that there like that just to bring in a different colour. And maybe on the back of this one we could put a set of numbers in there as well. Just something like that. So we might go ahead and put that on the back cover. get rid of some of this glue. So again, we want to grab the ink. Some of these are already inked up and sewn, others aren't, but I'll just do it really quickly. I'm going to tell you what, you can already feel the heat starting to build up this morning. It's a bit stormy here today, so they said the humidity is quite high, and yeah, it doesn't surprise me, you can feel it already. Alright, so this big long one here I'm going to stick straight down the side there. Now, like I said, this is the back cover, so this is just primarily decoration, it's not a pocket. So we're just going to, although you could make that a pocket if you wanted to, that big side one, you could make it a side tuck should you want to. Or you could cut them all down into smaller ones as well. I love these vintage ads. There's just so many. When you start printing, you sort of think, oh wow, these are great. But then when you start really looking at them, there are so many different adverts. I just love it. So we're going to kind of pop that one in there. I think I wanted it a bit under there. I want those strings out, so I'm just going to kind of like poke that under there. Like about there. This one we're going to put up the top. There like that, and then we're going to put our lady straight over the top like that. I don't suppose it matters, does it? She's going to string coming out of her head. Alright, so that's just a back decoration. Once that glue dries, that'll all sit down nice and firm. So that's the back, and then we flip open to the next signature, and we've still got a pocket there. Our signature, one of these large journal cards, and then the side tuck pocket. So what have we got here for the side tuck pocket? Furniture polish. Magnolia balm, I like that, magnolia balm. These are sort of, they're a narrow pocket, so they need smaller ones to go on them. There's some more numbers. Oh, that's cute, that's a tiny little one, so we could do something like that there. And we've got no more aches and pains, Jacob's oil. How cool. So we could do something there, and I think that I've used up all my small ones. I'm putting out some of these bigger ones. What's that one? I'll put that there and that there like that. Just, yeah, I like that. So we'll ink all these up. And we'll lay all these down. So we had that one up there in that corner. Now, if you didn't want to cover these up, these vintage papers are beautiful just on their own. They're a whole collage of different vintage receipts, all collaged together in a myriad of colours. So if you didn't want to cover them up like I'm doing, it wouldn't matter, because they in themselves are just so much interest. But yeah, I just love working with these vintage ads. So I'll sort of put that one there. Pardon me. And we'll fill in this little gap down here with that one. And I think we'll run a number up along their side there. And that one up along there. And we've got one more cut. No, I don't want to use that one. Here, we'll use this one just to bring in a bit of pink. And where do we want to put that one? Let's just put it again, just down along the side like that. Down there, along that line there. All right, and then some of the bigger vintage ads that I have cut out. I'm just going to put some of these things away. Again, we've got lots and lots of vintage people left that you can come along and... Oh, see, isn't he cute? I might just have to put him right there anyway. And a bit of glue. And I'll just pop him just down in place around about there. And then I've got all these big ones. I haven't done anything to them yet. They all need to be backed onto something and sewn around. But I've got quite a few of these ephemera pieces that can sit inside the pockets. So, yeah, I've got even some of these littler ones can all be used as journal cards, or you can fancy them up and use them. Oh, you can make pockets out of them. You can do all sorts of bits and pieces, but there are so many in this kit and they are all very, very interesting. We haven't got a pocket on that one yet. That one there and that one there. And there we have it. So we'll just do one more final flip through. I still have, the button strings to add on, and I've got a few other things to decorate here and there. Pardon me. But this is the basis of it, my flip-flop journal. So our cover, which has been a full 3D collage of all sorts of bits and pieces. You can see that's quite high. That's the sticks that have made it really high. Flip open, we've got our first pocket, our signature, 20 pages in each signature, and it's just a collection of coffee stained and other bits and pieces. This text paper, this comes from the ladies at Witchcraft You Do, so if I remember, I'll link that as well. I'm adding in one of these big journal cards into each signature. So again, a big montage of all the different kits that I'm working with in this project. Then we have our side tuck pocket, bits of ephemera in the side and a tag. Flip it over, we have our other pocket here decorated with our bits of ephemera in there. And there's still so much more room in that pocket to add more. We have our second signature. Again, same groups of papers and our big journal card that we created on camera today. And so they all sit in there. And then we come, I've got to make a pocket for this page here, or this cover here. We turn, this is the back of the book, the back cover. So we've decorated that one up today. And then we turn it to our third signature. So our pocket, that's our double pocket. So this is great for really tall because I haven't put an end in this top pocket. So that will go from there all the way to the bottom of the page. So that could accommodate a really nice big tag. And then we've got our third signature, exactly the same, coffee stained paper. I haven't done that one yet, so that's another job for later on today. And then our next side tuck, bits of ephemera in there, but again, there is so much more room in there for so much more ephemera, so I will fiddle with that, and then we're back to the beginning. So there you go, everyone. That is my design team project for Witchcraft Do You Do for January 2024. A flip-flop journal using Vintage Papers Set 4, Vintage Ads Set 1, Vintage People Set 1, and Vintage Bits and Pieces Set 2. I will link all of that down below. Also, don't forget about the discount code for Witchcraft Do You Do, 25% off any digital product in both their online store and Etsy store. So again, I will link that with the discount code down in the description box. Hop on over. There are oodles and oodles and oodles of digital kits to work with if you like to work with digitals. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Please stay safe and well. If you're in Queensland, please try and beat the heat and stay cool. It's really, really bad already. Yeah, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.